Water is the softest and most yielding substance, yet nothing is better than water for overcoming the hard and rigid, because nothing can compete with it. Lao Tzu.
Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to CGL here. We have a matchup in the NAPC Open tier right now of Ookla versus the Bonzi Buddies. My name is Dexter, and I am joined by Shadow Fang here tonight. Shadow Man, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm really just looking forward to seeing a really high-level competition here since we're going to be in this PC Open tier division.
Absolutely. This is actually, even though we're in week 2 of the season, this is an extended week 1 match. So we'll still be playing the week 1 map pool here this week when we get to those maps, though. But I mean, these two teams look very good on paper. And you know, while we were looking at the team rosters here, Shadow, you recognize a couple players for some of these teams.
Yes, I've seen Sugareru several times in past CGL events. I'm fairly certain I saw them last year in a CGL event. And of course, Zebra, the famous Doomfist streamer, is going to be on this Bonzi Buddies team.
Yeah, absolutely. But while we talk about some of the players on these teams, why don't we introduce you to the teams that you will be seeing here tonight. Starting off with Ookla, Zeres and Paco are your DPS. Prestimo is your tank, Suarez and hashtag RainM is your support line. And, you know, Shadow, looking at this roster and looking at these players here, a lot of them are collegiate players right now. A lot of them hailing from the state of California, UCLA, University of San Diego, and I believe it was a University of California State University. I'm forgetting where the actual city was, but a lot of them are based out of California.
Yeah, so we know there are going to be some high-level players here, and I really just wonder if they're going to comp directly against Zebra, knowing that Zebra is a renowned Doomfist.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really interesting to see how they play that right now. A lot of the, you know, got a new patch when Season 6 started, especially with the new hero Ilari coming in. Won't see her tonight here. Will be a little bit before we see them play in CGL. But a lot of buffs and a lot of nerfs came out, and it has kind of shaken up the meta here a little bit. But with this being a week 1 matchup, I don't necessarily know how much of that shakeup we're necessarily going to see here.
Yeah, it could just be more of the same that we saw previously, or we could see that Orisa slip in, and you know, it could be kind of crazy if that hero does make an appearance tonight.
Absolutely. But Shadow, why don't you introduce us to our other team here tonight of the Bonzi Buddies?
All right, so we got the Bonzi Buddies with Grip Reaper 666, Sugareru, as I mentioned, Zebra. Of course, you got to have the Doomfist up there, Otters, and Kai. And like I said, this is going to be definitely a Doomfist-centered comp. I just don't see why you wouldn't run something like that when you have a player like Zebra on your team.
Absolutely, and even looking at some of the stuff they have told us about themselves, their favorite comp to run is a Doomfist comp. And you've talked about Zebra here a lot, being that Doomfist player. So I would not be surprised to see Doomfist played on the majority of the maps that you can respectfully play Doomfist on here. But again, I mean, this is still a week 1 matchup here, so we're still using the week 1 map pool here, and it's going to be a really interesting thing to see. Even though we're starting week 2, it's still week 1 for these teams. Busan will be our first map, followed by Eichenwald and Dorado. If we need maps 4 and 5, Esperanza will be the 4th one for our push map, and finishing it off on Lijiang Tower for our 5th and final map if we need it. But Shadow, heading into Busan here, what do you necessarily expect to see out of these teams?
Honestly, I expect to see somewhat of a dive mirror from both sides, right? I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see like the Sombra Tracer from both sides either. And that's primarily just due to the Doomfist factor. But we could see, like, again, a Sojourn Reaper. There are just so many options. I've even seen a lot of Lifeweaver played lately, which is like, what? But they could do that.
And still, I feel like whenever we see Lifeweaver come out, it's still more of a kind of a jokey, trolly pick. But I mean, maybe with some of the buffs that have been applied and some nerfs that have been applied to other characters, maybe Lifeweaver is now a little bit more viable for some teams.
Yeah, it's very, very possible. I still expect to see probably like on a Brig, on a Mercy, maybe like an Echo Pocket, something along those lines from both of these teams.
Absolutely, but you know, looking at the 3 individual maps, City Center, Mecha Base, and I believe it's called Sanctuary is the 3rd point. Do you expect that we will see different comps come out on different maps, or do you think we'll still kind of see a heavy dive-based comp come out for both teams on all 3 sub points?
Well, I heavily expect to see dive on downtown in particular, just because that's more of the strong map. With this, I was kind of gonna say I might expect some Orisa on Sanctuary, so this is actually not surprising to me to see this right now.
Yeah, Prasimo making sure we see the battle cattle out here. Zebra hasn't picked anyone just yet, but I feel like we all knew who they were gonna pick in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're actually seeing the unironic Lifeweaver.
Yeah, I mean, Otters, I'm going to be interested to see how they play, because still, you don't see a Lifeweaver a lot in basically any kind of play, even in QP.
Yeah, absolutely. But Sugareru going on this Widowmaker as well. A lot of interesting choices here.
Yeah, but Otter's able to take care of Zeres there earlier with some help there from Sugareru. A good start here for the Bonzi buddies right now. Point is open, but looks like we will be seeing Ookla try to take point here first. The fight is still very much scattered at this moment, but Sugareru able to take care of Suarez right there, and that gives the Bonzi buddies the opening they were looking for, especially with Grip finding Paco.
Yeah, just really nice picks by the Widowmaker to just finish off a lot of these targets. And I mean, it's hard to do anything if you're just being one-shot over and over again. And look at Zebra getting these 2 finishes right here as well.
Yeah, so a very long first point cap there for Bonzi buddies, but at the end, they had a pretty dominant team fight there. Yeah, it took a while for a team fight to kind of develop. We saw picks come out left and right from a lot of different people, but now they have control of the point, and you're already seeing some swaps coming out here from Ookla.
And yeah, you kind of expect that. There's the Sombra Tracer. That was my other guess as to what they might try and do. Nice kill by Grip.
Yeah, the Tracer duel there took a while, but Grip able to come out on top. Zebra coming in, taking care of hashtag right there. And you're seeing Grip just dive in right there. But Zebra taking all the kills, all the glory before you see Sugareru take care of Paco. And Zebra will not allow Prasimo to get back into their spawn. And Bonzi buddies here touching the spawn doors.
Well, they completed that challenge for the night, and you see Sugareru has used their sights as well. Zebra's about to have this Meteor Strike. I expect him to go really, really hard in this next fight, having that get out of jail free card, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at this right now. 50% on the point right now for Bonzi. And Ookla doesn't really have a lot of ultimate charge in their disposal right now. Bonzi has been able to win team fights fast and pretty much not allow Ookla to do anything. I don't think we have seen any Bonzi buddy fall so far this round. Grip almost falling there. Gets hacked, but able to recall. Now Ookla wants to take this fight to the point. The life tree coming out there, but you're seeing all the kills go the way of Bonzi right now. Grip and Sugareru taking care of 2. And now it's Sugareru trying to get the flick shot there onto that Tracer. But you see Grip take care of Suarez. That Tracer of Paco just kind of dancing around this backline right now. Does have the pulse bomb ready to go. Get a hold on to it as Grip again winning that Tracer duel.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really good survivability by Sugareru to not lose that fight there. And Zebra still has this Meteor Strike available to them, along with a potential nano boost if they want to nano this Doomfist in.
Prasimo, though, popping that Primal Rage as just a touch factor right now. The Nano actually going out onto the Lifeweaver right now as Grip is able to take care of Suarez. The Nano comes and goes there. Nothing really coming from it right now, but oh, the pedal actually sends both Prasimo and Kai up into the sky, but we Kai in the end winning that fight there. Paco finally gets the first kill there for Ookla, but it is after Bonzi buddies already take this first point.
Yeah, that's pretty dominant by Bonzi buddies. I can't lie to you there. The nano Lifeweaver, not something I expected to see per se, but you know, Lifeweaver does actually do a good bit of damage, surprisingly. And looks like Prestismo potentially going to go for this Junker Queen comp, which could potentially do something. You just have to, if you're Ookla, you probably just have to try and get on top of Kai at this point, or Otters. Like, I'm having a hard time seeing how you get into these fights.
Yeah, Ookla really struggled that last round there, getting anything going. We almost saw him take care of Kai there towards the end, but Kai able to take care of Prastimo there. But you see the hack come out onto Zebra early, but you see so much utility be pumped into them to make sure they stay alive through that hack, forcing Zeres to kind of go back, use that translocator. But we do see Prastimo get the first kill here onto Sugareru, who goes over to the soldier now, but Zebra trying to do a lot of damage. We'll get hacked out of the punch there. A great hack there by Zeres as Ookla finally has some advantage here.
Yeah, that was a really nice kill by Prestismo, able to get on top of Sugareru super early. Sugareru coming back on this Mei to try and stop Prestismo from walking.
Yeah, but you do see Ookla take point here first, and Pristimo finally able to get rid of Kai there. This is a great start for Ookla after what was a very, very rough first point there. Hashtag, though, able to take care of Otters, and this is even adding on more to the great start for this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Zebra almost has this Meteor Strike, and for the side of Ookla, they almost have their Pulse Bomb and Junker Queen ult available.
Oh, I don't think Zeres wanted to fall down there, but they did not want to get spotted out. They are in the backline. That hack can be very dangerous to any support there, but you do see the hack coming out there on the Kai. Kai able to keep themselves alive here. Suguru having to use the Ice Block to keep themselves alive, but it's all going Oakla's way here at the moment. The DPS, the tanks picking up kills. Pristimo going in, finding a second when they're on the Suguru. Pulse Bomb coming out there from Grip will not be able to find anyone. And at the end of the day, Grip just decides to blink themselves off the map.
Yeah, and that costs no ultimates from the side of Ookla, so Ookla going to have all 5 of their ults for this next fight, while Bonzi just has that Meteor Strike, Nano Boost, and potentially a Blizzard.
And this is remind me a lot of last point already. I mean, Bonzi buddies had the exact same kind of start. All ultimates ready, had a 50% lead, and, you know, they're starting to get some ultimates now, but here comes the Pulse Bomb. Stick will not find anyone there as the Stick gets nanoed there. They are nanoing the Grip, though, able to find Zeres. A good start here for Bonzi here. They need to try to convert it into more kills. Here comes the Meteor Strike. Will not find anything there, but Pristimo here is now antied, and Suguru going to be able to take him out. But at the moment, right now, Ookla still keeping themselves alive in this fight. Hashtag able to take care of Kai. Suguru trying to do whatever they can. The Suzu coming out there from Suarez is doing a lot of work there, making sure everyone stays alive. And Bonzi buddy is now 5% away from having this map end here, but a huge EMP finds for Paco. Able to find Suguru there, but Bonzi does touch point to keep this fight going.
Yeah, that's a big kill, though. You get rid of the one ultimate that Bonzi has available for this fight.
Yeah, and Bonzi trying to just keep themselves alive in this one. They're picking up the kills they need. Pristimo, though, able to find Kai is huge as they go to a Doomfist of their own, finding 2 quick kills, proving that there's not only one Doomfist in this fight. The Pulse Bomb Stick will come out, but Zebra able to keep themselves alive through it. And you see Bonzi buddies here now just trying to clean up as hashtag trying to escape. They're gonna be able to, but Bonzi buddies finally able to take the point.
It was pretty expensive as well, but you were able to retain that Blizzard if you're Sugareru, so this should be a pretty easy fight win for Bonzi buddies with even just that ultimate. You probably won't even need anything else.
Yeah, and Zebra close to a Meteor Strike, Grip close to a Deadeye, so a lot of ultimates about to come up in their disposal at the moment. Ookla, though, really kind of far away from anything, so if Bonzi can play this right, they're going to be able to hold on, but wait! Ookla able to cap the point there, the fight all the way away from it. Overtime is ticking down. Zebra will be able to get back in touch in time. The kills going the way of Bonzi here, but Ookla maybe had just got what they were looking for there. They forced the Blizzard out, were able to get point back, so Bonzi not able to get any percentage on it.
Yeah, that was a really, really smart play from Xerxes right there to just really take all the value away from that Blizzard. But you're looking at double support ults for the side of Bonzi buddies as Zebra takes down Prestismo.
And after the great start that Ookla had, this is kind of not what you're wanting to see. Hashtag able to escape there, and Grip had a good couple shots there, but just kind of whiffed on them. And again, you see Zeres trying to back cap away from Bonzi there, as Bonzi is playing very aggressive, as we saw him play last point as well. Rally coming out here from Otters. It is immediately followed up there by the Meteor Strike from Prismo. Suarez using their Kasuni Rush, but Otters will be able to take him out here. Kasuni Rush is actually coming out from both sides, and Bonzi's Kasuni Rush is the one that's getting all the value here. 3 kills already, out to make it 4, and that is another good team fight here for Bonzi.
Yeah, that was big time, but Ookla does have this sound barrier available, so that's going to be the big play for me right here, is can this sound barrier get enough value to sustain Ookla to win this fight before Sugarera gets a Blizzard?
Yeah, and you immediately see them try to get in here. Zere's not able to get the hack onto anyone. They're very close to an EMP. That could be big here, but this is essentially final fight territory here for Ookla if you're not able to cap point. High Noon coming out here from Grip. How many people will they be able to find? They're able to find hashtag, but they are able to use that beat right before, so huge for them. Losing the fight there, but Paco able to find one with the pulse bomb. EMP comes out, hits 3. Zeres takes care of Otters. Suarez will be able to find Suguru there. Kai trying to keep themselves alive here, gonna step away there, try to get back to Zebra, heal him up. But right now, Ookla gonna be able to retake the point. The meteor strike coming out there from Zebra will not be able to find anyone. Zebra gets hacked. They try to punch Paco there, but they're able to recall to get the health back. Now you're seeing some swaps come out here from Bonzi. Going back to the Reaper, there is Grip, but they're not able to get back in touch in time. And Ookla able to force a point 3 here on Busan.
Yeah, that was honestly really huge that sound barrier was able to get off before they were taken out by that Deadeye. That little bit of extra sustain, I think, really helped Ookla secure that fight for long enough for the EMP and pulse bombs to come out at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to give Ookla a lot of credit. They really came out on fire on that second point. At that first point, it looked like Bonzi Buddies had their number the entire time. They came out, put it 9-0, but then almost got, 99-0 right back. Bonzi Buddies really did kind of turn it around there once they got control of the point. But Ookla able to kind of just scratch and claw their way into forcing a point 3 here. So it's still anyone's map at this point.
We're seeing a Pocket Pharah come out from Sugareru. I'm curious how this is going to work against the Ookla comp.
I mean, if you look at Ookla's comp right now, there's really not a lot of people that can deal with it. You have Zaries and Paco there on a Tracer and a Sombra. Yeah, they can shoot up at the sky, but those bullets are not going to be the most accurate right now. You're really kind of hoping maybe Suarez, hashtag, have to be the ones trying to get a lot of damage in there. You see the damage that Sugaru is already applying here to Ookla, getting rid of hashtag incredibly quick. Grip could be able to take care of Prismo. Zebra finding Zaries, and another quick team fight win here for Bonzi as they cap point first.
Yeah, the Pocket Pharah seems to be working out really well so far, getting high value from Sugareru. And yeah, you really just wonder, are there going to be any swaps coming out from Ookla to try and deal with this?
I mean, if there is, you would hope they would do them pretty fast here. I mean, the Sombra that Zaries has been playing for a while now has been really good. Paco has been kind of good on the Tracer as well, but sometimes you need to make the swaps to really help your team out here. And right now, I don't think the Tracer or the Sombra are necessarily doing enough.
Yeah, most definitely. They do get the Suzu out, but again, it's just too much poke going on here for these fights to really go the way of Ookla.
Yeah, and you see Paco respawning there, still sticking with the Tracer as Kai is able to get Otters back into this one here. And this is a lot like point 1 again. I mean, Bonzi Buddies building up to a lot of ultimates right now, about to have 3 ready to go. Ookla, even without making any swaps here. I mean, Zaries and Paco closest ones to having their ultimates ready to go. And the EMP and a Pulse Pop can do pretty good, but you need to land it onto significant targets. And with these 2 targets flying in the air, it's going to be really hard to get them unless you're truly trying to focus on them. But Sugaru does have this barrage ready to go. They're able to find Suarez. Grip able to find Paco. The barrage does come out. They will not find anyone, but Zebra able to take care of Prismo there. Sugaru takes care of Zaries and hashtag for a nice team kill.
Ooh, yeah, that was a really nice sequence of plays right there. Sugareru is doing a great job of just picking off one of the 2 supports every single time, like before the fight even really gets started for Ookla, and we see a Wrecking Ball come out from Persistent.
This might be more of a swap here to just try to touch point, but I mean, right now, 90% on point right now for Bonzi. Zaries and Paco still haven't even built up to their first ultimate at the moment, and you really have to start to wonder, they maybe should have swapped, but at this point, they really can't. Overtime has commenced here. Sugaru able to take care of hashtag. EMP comes out, does hit 4. That is huge for Ookla here if they want to try to keep this map alive, but they need to try to find something off of that right now. Suarez will be the first one to fall. Kai does fall to Prisermo, but they immediately fall back to Grip. Otters find Zaries, and this is looking like the beginning of the end here in Busan.
Yeah, you're getting some little contest out here, but I think that's going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. A dominant point 1 and 3 there for Bonzi. Ookla had their number there on Mecha base, but it seemed like on the other 2, they kind of struggled to find anything.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we can almost attribute that to those other 2 maps being stronger dive maps, as opposed to Mecha base being, I think, a stronger brawl map, favoring that Junker Queen comp a lot more.
I mean, Ookla showed me they can stay in this fight here between these 2 teams. They just need to hope that the maps that they're going to be playing here tonight are more focused on what they are good at and not necessarily dive. We will be heading to Eichenwald next here, Shadow. In your opinion, who does that necessarily play into here? Does it play into dive, or does it play into something that Ookla kind of showed us they can kind of excel on?
I think point 1, you don't necessarily have to play a dive comp per se, But point two just has that wide open roof, so you want to have the mobility to just get onto the top of that building at any point in time you want to. And with Zebra being like a Doomfist parkour expert, Zebra can get literally anywhere on the map at any point in time that they want to.
Yeah, it's almost scary how mobile that Doomfist is. And Zebra, like you said, the parkour expert is an expert at getting to places that you don't think are even possible with the character here. But I mean, Ookla did have that second point where they looked very strong, almost gave it up, and then were able to kind of claw it away from Bonzi there at the end. Just looking at what we saw from Mecha Base, what do you think they need to try to carry over here as we head into Eichenwald?
You really just, I think you need to try and deal with Sugareru in particular. Sugareru seems to be that primary damage dealer for the team. Zebra's that head of the spear, but Doomfist does not do enough damage by himself to really like decide these team fights in that way. His damage is just a little bit too low for that. Doomfist is, it's kind of like Winston. You can't just solo stuff as Winston. You need to have like your team supporting you and all that. So I think that they just need to try and deal with Sugareru in some sort of way.
Absolutely. And another thing that Ookla, I think, needs to kind of do here, we saw on that third point there on Busan, they really didn't make any swaps to deal with that pharmacy combo that Bonzi showed us. They need to not be scared to make those swaps, because I really feel like the DPS picks that they had there were really try to shut down Zebra and not necessarily focus on Sugaru or the Mercy they had as well. And it kind of showed at the end result there.
Yeah, absolutely. So as long as we can get something akin to that going, it should look better for Ookla. I think they'll have a really good chance here on Eichenwald.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do have a couple subs here. They do have 3. We might be seeing them, throughout the series here tonight. We do know that Bonzi does have 1 sub as well. So maybe we see some subs come in. Maybe, they want to play different comps. Maybe we see some different subs. But it doesn't look like Ookla is going to make any here. And same thing with Bonzi. No subs coming out from them right now either.
Yeah. But it does look like Ookla is going to run this Wrecking Ball composition that they started to run at the end of point 3. And Bonzi Buddies are going to stick with that Pharmacy. So can Ookla deal with that Pharmacy combination? Because if not, it's gonna be a long map, I feel like.
A long map or a short round here. And you see Zerius here getting all the info so that they know what they have, and they're immediately realizing right now that they're coming back out with that pharmacy comp. They're coming out basically what they ran on third point of Busan here, but the only difference is Otter going over to the Lifeweaver again. But we do see a trade kill get out here first. Suarez able to find Grip, and you immediately see it traded out there for hashtag. Paco does find Otter, so this is a much better start here for Ookla, but Grip able to get res there by Kai. Definitely not what you want to see, and Sugaru making Paco pay for being very aggressive on that Tracer.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting hit by those direct rockets, they just do so much damage with that damage boost. I mean, look at that. That did like half their health and damage.
Yeah, and you immediately see Bonzi here come straight to point the hack, though, onto Zebra. They're definitely trying to get rid of this Doomfist, but they turn their sights over there to Sugaru, and Zebra gonna make Zerius pay for that one there. And I feel like this Ookla comp kind of all hinges on how good Zerius can do. Once they fall, you see what happens. Suarez down, Paco down. Now they get rid of Prestimo there, and that will basically be it for this first point at about a minute 15.
Yeah, and you see Zeri swapping over to the Echo here, so we're gonna go for the Pocket Echo. That was something I was actually kind of expecting to see, so that should be helpful for trying to duel the Pharah up in the sky.
Pulse bomb coming out there from Grip, gonna be able to find hashtag, so that Pocket Echo not necessarily gonna be very valuable here for the first couple seconds of this team fight. Grip just continues to wreak havoc right now, finding Paco. Suarez, though, able to shut down Sugaru only for a moment for Kai, able to get them back into the fight. They have the barrage ready. Zebra does have their meteor strike ready as well. Here comes the barrage from Sugaru, will not find anyone though.
Yeah, that was just one of those victory barrages, just had to assert a little dominance there.
Suarez? What happened there, Suarez? But, Kai actually winning the Mercy duel there with hashtag. You don't see that very often, and it's always fun when you see it actually happen.
The rarest of duels, but the one we all wanted to see, like you said.
Yeah. But right now, I mean, look at Bonzi. They are on a very good pace right now. And at the same point, Oakla's kind of just allowing them to kind of push the cart right now. Yeah, it kind of does help Ookla out if they're able to win a team fight, but they have to win a team fight. Damage is coming out here from ours. Immediately melts down Zary's there. Kai popping the Valkyrie as well, trying to get a lot of utility, a lot of healing out to everyone. Zebra, though, still kind of just not being even focused here, kind of blocking Ookla from coming out and doing anything. They do have that Meteor Strike ready to go, as we said, but Otter's Grip taking care of Swords and Paco. And again, this is looking just to be a very quick team fight and point cap here for Bonzi.
And yeah, I mean, there's just it's hard to have point presence with the Wrecking Ball. That was a nice kill on that Mercy. It's hard to have point presence with the Wrecking Ball just because that's not really what Ball does. Ball just goes into the backline and disrupts, but there's not really much to disrupt for the side of Bonzi buddies. So it's gonna be tough for Prestige Mode to really do much, I feel like.
Yeah, and you do see Paco take care of Suguru right there, but Kai, I would not be surprised. And yeah, to see the res come out from them, get Suguru back in this one, and look what happens. They immediately find Paco there. Zary's does have this duplicate ready to go. It might be used as a tool to keep him alive. However, Grip can be able to find them before that. Suarez will not be able to escape Zebra's Doomfist right there, and you are seeing Prasimo go back to the Orisa, but only for a quick moment there. However, we will see him come back out here, but Bonzi right now just building up this ultimate and building up this cart push.
Oh, here we go, the Chandelier Barrage, the ultimate I've been waiting for all night. Here we go.
Oh, they are in perfect position. Here it comes. Down goes one, but they get javelined out of it there by Prasimo. A nice pick there. Prasimo will be able to shut them down as well. Is this the fight that Oakland needed here? They just need one fight to go their way to kind of stabilize stuff out here. But Zebra going to be able to find Paco there in the back line. However, Zebra in a very bad spot. They're able to escape here, but not for long before Zary's is able to take them out. Now Grip trying to run for their life here. However, it's one Tracer against the entirety of Oakland here at the moment. So they might want to try to either die quickly or stay alive long enough, but Paco could be able to take him out there.
Yeah, that was a really good fight win for the side of Ookla, and this third point is very easily defensible, so this could go there. This could go very positively for them these next couple of plays.
Yeah, and you see, Ookla does have some ultimates right now to play with. They have the duplicate there. Immediately get duplicate there. Zary's duplicating into a Doomfist of their own here. It has to find some value out of this, in my opinion. The Terror Surge coming out there from Prasimo will not find anything, but does get some utility out with that Immortality Field. The Pulse Bomb, though, from Paco finds two. That's exactly what Ookla needs here to keep this fight alive and keep building or keep taking some time away from that time bank.
Yeah, that was really expensive though, because you had to use the copy, the Orisa ult, and the Pulse Bomb, whereas Bonzi buddies only really use the Valkyrie. They're gonna have, look, Pulse Bomb, Window, Meteor Strike available. I'm looking for this Pulse Bomb to get some big value for Bonzi.
Zebra has been holding on to this Meteor Strike for a while. Damage coming out from Suarez needs to be huge, but the only thing that's going on right now is Ookla members are dying here, so not the amplification matrix you were looking for them right now. Immortality Field coming out, trying to keep everyone alive, doing a good job of that so far. But now the amplification matrix coming out here from Otter. Suguru shuts down one. Otters will win the BAP duel right there. Zebra winning the tank battle at the moment. And Bonzi here looking to try to end this map. Zary's swapping over to a Genji of their own. Zebra will shut them down. And now Ookla just trying to touch the card as long as they can, trying to eat as much clock as they can. The Pulse Bomb stick onto the Tracer as they were blinking there from Grip is a nice stick indeed. Valkyrie coming out here from Hashtag as they try to keep Prasimo alive in this one. They're actually able to get Suarez back in this one. That's a great res there coming out for them. They got both healers now back on deck, but Suguru shuts down one. Now they're trying to get rid of the Orisa. The Meteor Strike finally comes out there from Zebra. The Blade now coming out from Suguru. They find one, looking for two there. They're trying to find the other Genji. Prasimo down. Now just up to Zary's. They will fall. Now you do see Hashtag come back out on the Lucio. They get shut down. Paco coming back out on the Tracer. Suarez immediately shadow steps to them and will not end up really helping them out there. But you have to give Ookla there a lot of credit. They ate a lot of time out of that time bank, but Bonzi 117 completing the map.
That was some of the most stall I think I've ever seen. That's kind of crazy, just how long they were just stalling that last fight out for. They lost that last fight so early. I swear that had to be like at least a minute. It had to be at least a minute of time. They just burnt right there to get Bonzi buddies down to a minute 17 after kind of rolling through the first 2 points the way that they did. That's actually pretty solid for the side of Ookla. Now, how are they going to push this attack? Are they going to come out on that Orisa? Are they going to come out on the ball comp again? I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see them just stick on that Orisa and go with like the Orisa and a Pocket Echo or something. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to want to do here.
I mean, at the moment, it does look like Ookla is considering maybe coming back out with a pocket something. Hashtag is showing us the mercy at the moment. And as I say that, they go back to a Lucio. And going back to what they pretty much ran on that second point on Busan, the thing that really worked out for them. But they have, again, nothing to kind of shut down Suguru and Kai.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough here because as the queen, who are you really gonna hit with your axe swings? It's gonna be really difficult to get close enough to any of these people to do insane damage to them.
Yeah, and it might be, you know, a one fight kind of thing here. You might see Ookla make some swaps, and you immediately see them notice that Pharah in the sky, and look at that, all the swaps coming out from them.
Yep, there we go. There's the Pocket Echo and the Orisa, so no big surprises there. You know, it makes total sense that that's what you try and do. Just get the sustain with the Orisa and get the Echo duel in the sky with the Aura.
Zeres, though, trying to get rid of Kai. Their Kai get to escape with their life there for the moment. Now Zeres in a bad spot. Now it's just them against Suguru here, but the Elysium try to go straight to point, almost getting Otters there with all those grenades, not able to find anything, however.
And yeah, just a lot of spam coming out. That's a big time kill on the Otters, though.
But that is a big time kill right back onto Zeres, and now hashtag cannot escape, and Otter's able to get res back into this one. Ookla, though, is able to get one tick here right now with Prasimo on the point, but that's going to probably be all they get as Zebra takes care of Spore, so no healers on point as Prasimo will eventually fall as well.
Yeah, I mean, a tick's pretty solid considering you lost a player fairly early there if you're Ookla. And there goes Zeres again going down to Zebra. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, some help there from Kai. They must have got damage boosted right now, but Zebra actually very far into Ookla's own line right now, and honestly, this is kind of what you want to see out of a Doomfist. They will get Javelin back there by Timo, but you may see him come back in. However, the barrage coming out from Suguru. Suarez, though, able to shut them down, and I don't think hashtag will be able to res them back into this fight.
Yeah, it's going to be big time if this res can be denied, like you said, and we really want to see Ookla make a play here, but Zebra gets Suarez.
Suarez kind of out on their own there, away from everyone else on their team. You have to wonder what they were doing there, but you see Ookla go straight to point. Zeres is able to shut down Kai, so no supports on the field right now for Bonzi. Ookla, though, has to try to clean up this team fight. Suguru does fall. The pulse bomb from Grip, though, will land on the Paco, but you do see Ookla here capture the first point, even with Grip right there.
Yeah, big time fight win for the side of Ookla. It's just Prestismo, can Zeres land these sticky bombs onto someone, and then Prestismo just has to stay alive as long as they possibly can. And I mean, that's you're on a good hero to do that with Orisa.
Yeah, absolutely. Zeres, though, trying to get some damage there onto that high ground. You see Bonzi Buddies has 3 ultimates ready to go, both support ultimates and that meteor strike there from Zebra right now, but 4 ultimates on the board for Ookla, and this could be very scary for Bonzi. You immediately see the duplicate here for Zeres, duplicating into the Baptiste. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but hey, they're so close to an amplification matrix, they're not going to find anything just yet, and they're not going to be able to get that damn amplification matrix off Kai using the Valkyrie here to keep everything going for Bonzi, but Ookla here just slowly pushing the cart as we see yet another Tracer duel.
Yeah, definitely. Suguru did swap onto this Echo as well, I'd like to point out. Just wanting to take that head-on duel with Zeres here. They almost have their copy also.
Oh, Suarez had to fall down, but Suguru right there takes them out and then wins the Echo duel while they're at it. Now they're focusing in there on Paco. They're going to be able to take care of them as well as hashtag, and Prestimo just going to decide to jump off the map to regroup with their team.
Yeah, they got a lot of push there for that. I mean, that's pretty good. Honestly, that's pretty good push. Let's be honest. There's really you only need one fight win if you're the side of Ookla to really secure this point, and you're going to be looking at a pulse bomb and a copy coming out from Bonzi.
Oh, that was a very aggressive pulse bomb coming out there from Grip. It was a high risk, looking for a high reward, but you don't get either there. Suguru now duplicating into a Baptiste of their own here. 2 Baps on the field for Bonzi as Suarez does use their amplification matrix. And now Suguru just going after Suarez, the man they duplicated from.
Yeah, I mean, Baptiste, but look at this Prestismo getting a lot of this cart push. Are they going to be able to push it in?
They almost might be able to here, but you do see the Terror Surge coming out. No one in that circle right now, but it does buy him some more space. Prestismo not able to keep themselves alive as Suguru just melts them down there with that beam. Hashtag trying to keep themselves alive right now, but not going to be able to fly up in the air as they eventually fall. Otter 6 here, Zaries as well. Less than 2 minutes to go now for Ookla. But, I mean, Bonzi has allowed them to kind of push freely a little bit. Maybe they might get burnt here.
Yeah, and it was pretty expensive. Nice kill by Paco.
And honestly, if you're Ookla, you need to jump on it now. That Tracer, you just need to go straight to point. Paco, why are you not touching the card? It seems like everyone else for Bonzi is kind of focused on other stuff at the moment.
Yeah, I guess they just weren't really thinking about that back cap potential right there. Wait a minute.
No, don't do this, Paco. Oh. Paco, you could have been pushing the cart. Don't lose the duel as well.
It's gonna be a close one.
Yeah, but now you see everyone else for Bonzi recognizing it. Paco getting all the health packs they can right now and trying to run away from everyone on Bonzi.
Yeah, I mean, they still have another health pack if they keep running. Oh, here comes the dupe.
What is this, honestly? Zebra able to find Suarez as finally Suguru shuts down Paco. And what might have been the longest back rotation there. Paco could have potentially maybe forced the fight on the point there, but they instead wanted to try to get the style kill there on the Grip.
Yeah, I mean, that could have potentially been a back cap, could have like saved a couple of your teammates, something along those lines, and we get the copy of the Tracer as well by Zaries.
Oh, and Kai able to get Otters back in this one. However, it will cost Kai their life, and Otters in a bad spot right now, but that immortality field gonna keep them alive. Zaries gonna get rid of it, and now Ookla somehow able to get the second point here. It almost looked like as if it wasn't gonna happen, but Bonzi again going for the fight rather than playing the objective.
It was all according to Paco's plan. It was exactly what Paco planned for when he was back here earlier.
I mean, in a roundabout way, you're probably right.
But yeah, it's just that Orisa existing on cart like I talked about. Doom doesn't want to directly fight that Orisa, so as long as you can just get a kill or two, you can push that cart.
Zaries swapping over to the Reaper now. Immediately gets shut down there by Zebra, but you're seeing this again. Ookla just continues to push. Suarez, though, gonna get denied there by Zebra, and now without that Moira there, Frosimo immediately dies by the hands of Grip.
Yeah, solid fight win. Solid fight win here for the side of Bonzi. Sukereru gets a headshot onto Hanzo. They swap to Hanzo at some point there, it looks like. And we're looking at coalescence from the side of Ookla.
Zaries swapping over to the Sombra here. Either they're looking for the hack onto Zebra again. That's exactly what they're going to be able to get here. Do they manage to eliminate him? No, they're going to use their ultimate instead to keep themselves alive, but it will be Suguru finding Paco here. Less than 15 seconds on the clock right now for Ookla. Hashtag able to find Suguru. That's a huge pick for them. They need to touch cart, though. Frosimo finding Otters. The coalitions does come out there from Suarez. They are finding the kills they need here right now, but they need to be able to find Zebra.
And yeah, I mean, these are some really solid kills. If you can get this Tracer kill onto Grip, that would be absolutely massive.
These Tracer duels are maybe a little bit too much right now as Dragon Strike comes out here from Suguru. B coming out here from Hashtag to keep everyone alive. Paco winning the Tracer duel right now, but you see the amplification matrix coming out on the high ground. Terror Surge coming out here from Prestismo. Gets shut down there by Zebra. Zeras, though, able to find Suguru right now. Overtime has commenced right now. Less than 2 meters away is Ookla. They need to find some picks. The hack trying to come out there onto Kai, but they're able to Valkyrie away from it to keep themselves in this one. Paco, though, will fall so close to a pulse from Hashtag falls. EMP huge, it finds 4, but there's no one there for Ookla to touch, and Bonzi buddies 1 map win away from taking this series.
Yeah, that death by Prestismo through the window, that reminded me of Overwatch 1 right there. That looked like my games. Oh my goodness, that person just evaporated instantly. It ended up being a really competitive map. And it could have gone either way. Ookla really just ran out of time.
Yeah, they really did. And again, we could look at the Tracer duel there at the end, or especially second point there. Maybe they touch cart, try to push it a little bit there. Maybe they get that back cap, because it really did seem like Bonzi buddies were really focused on fighting rather than the objective for a lot of that. But I feel like that kind of played in their hands a little bit with them with Ookla being able to push that cart as far as it did. It kind of allowed them that freedom to be a little bit more aggressive rather than playing the objective.
Yeah, absolutely. It ended up. What I would like to see is how can you deal with Sugareru on map 3, because as you saw, they were just kind of playing mystery heroes and getting 2-3 kills a fight regardless of what hero they're playing.
Yeah, absolutely. But we are going to take a quick 5-minute break here and be right back with map number 3.
It's be tight. Oh, my body's breathing. It's just you and me. I'm so caught in this, but so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call. Let's free fall. I'm so caught in this, but so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call.
back, everyone, from that halftime break. Right now, Bonzi buddies up on top of Ookla 2-0. They are on series point right now. Again, I am Dextron. That is Shadow Fang. Shadow, what have we necessarily seen from these two teams after those first two maps?
Well, we've seen a lot of that Doomfist dive in combination with Sugareru getting some sort of pocket on Afara and Echo, Hanzo. Really just take your pick. Sugareru can really just play whatever and kind of just, dominate the lobby. So that's been a lot of what we've seen. And for the side of Ookla, they're more on that side of like a brawly sort of non-dive centric comp. So I'm really curious how they're going to hold up on this next map that we're going to be going to, Dorado, that is a well-known primarily dive map.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have been playing a lot of Orisa, which is kind of rumored to be, what a lot of the pro teams are playing here at the moment. But, they have had varying amount of success with it here. Almost able to force overtime there on Iconfall, just not able to at the end, as it really seemed like Zebra kind of took over there, or maybe the Baptiste was just melting a lot of people there for Bonzi here. But like you said, heading to Dorado, primarily, yeah, it is a very much a dive map. However, though, I feel like you can force a little bit of a brawl here and still find some success.
Yes, but we do want to mention that Travismo is coming in for hashtag on the side of Ookla, and Travismo's most played hero is the Brigitte, so that's why I'm siding more towards them, potentially wanting to go with that dive comp. They're swapping out their Lucio player for a Brigitte player.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have, I believe it was another player, Xena, coming in as well. They are a DPS player. We don't necessarily know who they're coming in for, but we'll immediately recognize it once we go in game here. So a sub for a DPS and a support player coming in here for Ookla. And you have to imagine it, they're going to try to play into something here. But right now, I mean, they're showing us a dive with basically the same two DPS they have kind of been showing us all night.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder if Xena has just shown to be better on this particular map, or if maybe there's a potential swap that they might want to make that would be a better choice for Xena than for Xerxes.
Absolutely. And again, we're seeing Otters come out here with the Lifeweaver. And we have seen them do it a couple times here. And we did see him do it pretty well on Busan. I don't think we really saw him do it on Eichenwald that much. But the one time that we did see him play it, they did do really good.
Yeah, and you see Xena does swap onto this Echo. Wait a minute. No, back to the Sombra.
There had to be a reason they were doing that. But Kai still sticking on the Mercy here. However, it looks like they're going to be pocketing probably Suguru here still on the Sojourn here, which is even more scary in my opinion than maybe an Echo.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage that's going to be coming out from this Sojourn.
Yeah, you immediately see Prestimo dive up there, and you almost see their health completely evaporate as Sugaru able to find Xena there. Paco, though, able to find Sugaru right back. Will Kai try to force out a res here? You're not going to see him as they are on Zebra right now, and Ookla here going to be able to get some push.
Yeah, really nice kill onto Sugaru, just getting them at least under this bridge, if not a little bit further. And you really want to see Grip Reaper gets a nice play with this Pulse Bomb here shortly.
Here we go with the Tracer duels again on Dorado. They have been pretty exciting so far. Eichenwald may be a little costly there for Ookla, but at the end they're eventually able to get that second point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a crazy duel so far. There's the sticky. Ooh.
Ooh, that was not what you were looking for there, but the nice sleep. However, Zebra there to clean up Suarez as Paco gets slept. As Grip gets slept, but Paco able to find Grip right there back. However, still Ookla down both their supports here at the moment. You're seeing them fall back. They do get the hack on the Zebra, but it won't really do a lot without your supports or your tank.
Yeah, and for the side of Bonzi buddies, they're going to have their Tree of Life available, so can this Nano Boost even really do much from Suarez? Because that Tree of Life does a lot of healing, a lot of overhealth.
For Nano coming out, you immediately see it countered right back by the Valkyrie here from Kai. Prestimo jumping onto this pedal here right now, as you do see Tree of Life come out as well from them. Now the Primal Rage coming out here from Prestimo. They're desperately trying to find anyone. EMP comes out, does land on the three members. Zebra also anti there, but they do use their own ultimate to get out of it now. The overclock coming out from Suguru as well. Nothing really happening here. No kills going either way, but it will be Trevismo here finding Zebra, and that is exactly who Ookla needed to get rid of early. Getting rid of that Doom Boost, so that's caused them a lot of trouble so far. This entire series is exactly what they need to do to get some push here and probably get this first point.
Yeah, that's a really nice kill onto Kai by Trevismo as well. That probably will be what secures it as, yep, their cap first point. It was really expensive, but definitely worth it. Grip does have another pulse bomb available, though.
They do, and Prestimo, I thought maybe it dived in a little bit too far there, but able to escape from it there. And you are exactly right there. Grip does have this pulse bomb ready to go. Probably can hold on to it here. Zebra does get hacked, but they are able to use their abilities right back again there, able to keep themselves alive. And we're back to the Tracer, or the Tracer v Sombra there right now in that small room. Not able to get that health pack hacked in there. I don't think Xenia was, but at the moment, Ookla's kind of forgetting about the cart.
Yeah, they're kind of trying to clear this space out, but like you can't really stand in front of Zebra. Prestismo's back here trying to get this Mercy down. There's just a lot going on right now.
Yeah, the nano coming out here onto Prestimo, it won't really do a lot, but you did see Suguru and Kai using a lot of their mobility attack just to get away from it. Kai just flying high up in the sky. Suguru using that slide to make sure they were getting away from Prestimo, who was trying to dive onto them.
Oh.
What a stick coming out there from Grip. The sidearm throw from way downtown. The pulse bomb coming out from Paco does not have the same success. And look at that, the life grip coming out there from Otters to get Grip onto this high ground.
Yeah, really, really nice play there from Grip. And you get to save all of these ultimates for your team. Look, Bonzi Buddies has now built up their other 4 ultimates just because of that one pick from that pulse bomb by Grip.
Yeah, absolutely. But you do have Xenia here. They do have an EMP going to be ready here. And that could cancel out a couple ultimates pretty fast to get the hack here onto Zebra. Trying to get rid of them early because they had a lot of success when they were able to get rid of the Doom Fist first. Xenia, though, having to teleport themselves away here. They do have the EMP ready, but they're probably waiting for some ultimates to be popped here. Here comes one with the overclock. The Tree of Life spawned on the high ground there as the rally coming out here from Trevismo. Prestimo also using their Primal Rage. Now the EMP comes out, only hits Otters there. That was not the move you were looking for, but they are able to get Suguru out right now, so they have the numbers advanced. You need to try to turn it into more. Grip out. Suguru, though, back in the picture as they get res. Xenia, though, will find Kai there. Suarez able to find Suguru right back, and Ookla so close to the second point, but you do see those 2 members of Bonzi right there.
Yeah, and you're seeing these swaps from Ookla really make some nice plays right now. Xenia making some great plays with those EMPs. Trevismo consistently getting a couple of kills a fight, it seems like, on this Brigitte. It's really big plays from the subs. And look at that, Trevismo getting another one right as I say it.
Yeah, I mean, Grip has been very aggressive so far all night with this Tracer, and Trevismo on this Brigitte now, kind of making them pay a little bit for it. And you have to start to wonder, if you're Grip, are you going to be as aggressive as they're trying to get rid of Zebra on the high ground? Prestimo gets them so low, but they're able to escape away from it. However, that is buying them a lot of time to push this cart.
Yeah, it's getting them a lot of space. Suguru does get Xenia, though, so that's huge.
They also find Suarez, but they eventually do lose the fight there to Prestimo. And Grip up here against what might be their arch rival at the moment against Trevismo, but they're desperately trying to get them down here right now. It's not working out. They have to recall to get themselves alive. Eventually, Suguru will be able to find Trevismo. Now they're trying to get rid of Prestimo right here, and they're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, but look at how much that took just to take out Trevismo. That is a lot that Trevismo is able to do on this Brigitte right now. Because look, they're gonna have Rally available. Xenia swaps over to the McCassidy, so that's gonna be kind of crazy. Suguru does have Copy. Otters has Tree of Life. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on in this next fight. That's a good punch.
Oh, but Prestimo able to jump back up there. However, Trevismo is not able to, and Prestimo was not able to either. Huge double punch kill off the edge of the map there. That eats a lot of time, especially as Suguru finds Suarez.
And yeah, that's the danger that you run into trying to run across that part of the map, because Zebra is really good at these angles, as we know. So finding a double punch is kind of crazy.
Duplicate coming out here on to the Winston Suguru. Now there is a Winston and a Doomfist on the field for Bonzi, but you immediately see that duplication get melted. Tree of Life coming in on the high ground as Xenia finds Kai there right now, trying to focus in on Zebra as well, or anyone that they can absolutely find right now. Bonzi here kind of running away, but wait, look at the cart. Ookla has someone on the point. It's probably Paco.
They're just Paco making up for Eichenwald, getting a little bit of that cart push like they missed out on before. Some kills coming through for Ookla as well. You gotta be watching for Paco and this pulse bomb.
Yeah, Xenia able to find Grip up there on the top. Zebra trying to come up. Kai using the Valkyrie right now. High Noon coming out here from Xenia. They want to try to find Zebra, but they immediately use their ultimate to get out of it, and the High Noon will find no one there. However, you do see Zebra get hindered there, but life grasps away from the mixers, away there. Paco does find the stick there onto ours. A huge pickoff for the Kai with another res. The should not even be possible. Grip, though, does fall to Prestimo, and less than a meter away right now is Ookla from ending this map with time. However, time will go away. There is going to go into overtime here. They need to find the kills. They just need to get rid of these last remaining stragglers. However, Zebra, one of these last remaining ones, has been able to live through so much, but Paco eventually shuts them down, and Ookla will be able to fully complete Dorado here. However, they do it in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, that's still really good to complete Dorado at all. Usually that third point's kind of tough to finish off, so getting that map finish is going to be really huge for them. I think it's gonna come down to probably that last corner on this map, whether or not Ookla can take this map.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, we saw Paco there going straight to the car on the trace, and I feel like that's kind of what turned it around for them. Bonzi was really almost basically touching spawn again here. We saw him do it on map 1 of Busan. They almost did it here again on Dorado, but I felt like that exactly what we were kind of talking about on Eichenwald. Paco not touching the cart there, not forcing the fight or trying to drag the fight to the cart, kind of hurt them on that second point. They were able to drag the fight to the cart then, and that allowed their team a lot of freedom to get in to the facility there and be able to finish that round fully completing the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just need to shout out the supports again. Trevismo and Suarez doing a fantastic job of just not dying. Like it's really hard to when you're going against like these dive comps to just stay alive for so long. And Trevismo was literally winning them fights with the picks that they were getting.
Yeah, I mean, Trevismo was shutting down Grip a lot, who was playing that Tracer and probably made Grip have to respect them a little bit. You saw how long they were basically fighting there on that high ground before eventually Suguru came in and was able to get rid of Trevismo.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see how Bonzi can push this attack, because they're going to come out on this Echo pick for Suguru.
Prestimo gets really low. They're going to get healed up here by their two supports right now. Probably mostly by Suarez. Trevismo still only 6% in their ult charge right now. So it's definitely all Suarez right now with the healing. Trevismo's probably playing more of a defensive protecting thing here for Suarez. But the grenades coming out there from Suguru do provide a lot of damage. And now Trevismo, though, going to be able to make Kai have to respect them again early this round. Paco finds Otters. This is a great start here for Ookla.
Yeah, this Winston comp's really, really strong on this map. As long as you can just not allow Suguru to get some picks with these sticky bombs, you should have a really good time if you're the side of Ookla.
Absolutely. Shout out to that kid from the initial Overwatch trailer right there, as Zebra seems to have that as their spray almost every time we see them right there. But now again, Bonzi needs to get something going here. Ookla in the same situation though on their push phase as well, and it's really gonna come down to who can find the first pick here. Trevismo, gonna be able to keep their life with that one there. Suarez so close to a nano, and I imagine it's probably gonna go to Prestimo here.
Yeah, you gotta think the Nano Winston's coming out. There it is.
Yep, goes right onto them right now. Xenia, though, getting incredibly low. And Prestimo with a nice dive there onto the supports, who are playing very far ahead of all their team, of the rest of their team. Now the Primal Rage coming out. They're still focusing in on these supports, trying to get rid of at least one of them. High Noon coming out from Suguru, who does duplicate there into a Cassidy. But now you're finally starting to see the kills come out here from Bonzi. 3 in a row make it for Paco. Eventually able to end that kill streak there for Bonzi. But now it's just Paco against the entirety of Bonzi.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this before, so let's see if Paco can make it to this health pack.
Oh no. The recalls coming out here from Grip. We are in, I don't know what number of fight this would be. It's either 6 or 7. And Paco at the end just realized the situation that they were in, just decided to give up in it.
All right, so but Bonzi Buddies does have 4 ultimates for this fight. Zebra seems to be pretty hesitant to use that Meteor Strike unless they have to, so I don't expect that to come out. I expect Grip to probably go for some sort of crazy Pulse Bomb stick again, though.
And, that is something they have been trying to do all night. They landed a great one last round, so I feel like their confidence is pretty high, and you do see them, kind of crouching their way up here. They're maybe trying to get something there, but not going to be able to have their eyes set there on Suarez, but they just short-arm that toss a little bit too much. They're not going to be able to find anyone with that Pulse Bomb stick there, so, one ultimate gone for Bonzi, but you immediately see Suguru get the duplicate and immediately use it there really low, trying to get another Primal Rage. Here comes the Meteor Strike from Zebra. It's focused on to Suarez, but we have a raid boss on the field right now as the Nano come out on the Trevismo right now. The Pulse Bomb stick does hit Zebra, but they're not able to find a lot. Zebra, though, also able to shut down Trevismo right now.
That was some really nice tech from Zebra to get around that corner with that punch to finish off the Nano Brig. And you burn a lot of ults there if you're the side of Ookla to not even win that fight. Paco gonna get this touch though.
And we have seen Ookla, hold on and stall out point fights for a very long time in the past. They need to remember to be on the card. Xenia will find Kai with their high noon otters, though. Gonna immediately trade them back out there. But you're seeing Ookla now with the spawn advantage coming back out, gonna be able to kind of stabilize this fight. Paco finding Grip is another huge pick, and you're seeing Bonzi here fall back.
Big time, big time. I think that Deadeye kill from Xenia was actually really huge because look, Otter's now coming back with their nano boost. Probably gonna nano Zebra or Sugareru into this fight. I'm kind of curious which one they go with.
Pulse Bomb came out there from Paco, but Otter shuts them down. The Nano coming out onto Zebra. They're focused in here on Suarez. Trevismo trying to focus Suarez here to keep them alive, but not going to be able to in the end. Primal Rage coming out here from Prestimo, but second point already capped here for Bonzi. The Primal Rage might have been a little bit too much invested there for Ookla.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Bonzi, all you had to invest was that nano boost. Now look, you got 4 ultimates again. It's going to be really hard to lose this fight for Bonzi. They have a lot to work with here. You need Suarez or Trevismo to get their ult as fast as possible so that the Ookla has something to combat these ultimates with.
Yeah, and at the moment right now, Ookla just need to win one team fight, kind of stabilize, eat some clock away. Suguru immediately gets left up to use their duplicate, but immediately woken right back up. And oh, this is not a good sight right here for Ookla. Small room, both tanks, Primal Rage coming out here from the duplicated Suguru. It is just all going downhill for Ookla and all going up for Bonzi here.
That being said, Ookla is going to walk out with a nano boost and a rally, so if they can manage to get a touch, there might be something here.
Pulse Bomb coming out there from Grip, not able to find anything there. Again, Pulse Bomb and the rally here on the Trevismo. The raid boss is back and in full force right now. They're able to find Suguru Zebra, though, able to find Xenia there on the card. Trevismo here just swinging at Otters, but Otters will not fall. Eventually they do fall there to Prestimo. And now Zebra still going in, finding kills, both on us down and out of this fight. Zebra putting their team on their back here at the moment, providing a lot of damage. The Grip is able to take care of Prestimo right there. But if you're Ookla, you're trying to get back out to this cart as fast as you can. Xenia making the swap here to a Reaper. Trevismo making the swap to a Lucio as well. It's all about stalling at this point. And you're seeing Ookla find some kills. Suguru Glow coming back on the Genji, able to find Xenia there. But you do eventually see a fallback here from Z.
A big time recontest from Xenia and Trevismo. Just to get those 2 picks, you just bought yourself an entire other team fight. Otters does have this nano boost available, and it looks like Sugareru is going to swap to the Reaper here. Interesting.
Here we go again with another Tracer duel. Paco does have their Pulse Bomb ready to go. Reaper very close to it as well, but looks like the duel has been giving up here. However, you do see Kai coming up the steps. Oh. Not the Pulse Bomb you were looking for there. If you're able to get the stick, you probably confirm a kill there. And that would have been huge. The Pulse Bomb coming out from Grip doesn't find one. They've really struggled this round with their Pulse Bombs.
Yeah, they're just trying to go for some really crazy plays. Here comes the Primal Rage, though. Zebra.
Oh, no. Zebra able to find Trevismo there. I almost thought we were going to see a C9. Zebra able to shut down Paco as well. And there are members of Ookla alive, but they're not on the cart. And with 49 seconds left to go in the time bank, Bonzi Buddies able to complete the map as well and force an overtime here.
Yeah, really the toughest part about that was just not even being able to really force but one fight. I think Ookla forced on second point. That was it.
Mm.
So that's just a lot of time that you're giving Bonzi buddies on third point, and then they get the late stagger kills onto like Prestismo. You just get a lot of push, where you're really only giving yourself like one opportunity to hold second or third point. So it's tough to hold an entire point in one fight in a one fight territory the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. But Ookla here going to be attacking first. They need to try to make this first point go by as fast as they can. Try to cap it as fast as they can, or get as far as they can in this minute provided. And Bonzi buddies, I mean, I think they're trying to predict that Ookla is going to be coming out on this dive, because look at what Suguru is coming out on. A Reaper. We have barely seen the Reaper been played other than in like last ditch efforts from teams.
Yeah, it is kind of fun though. Reaper's one of those heroes that's really simple but really fun when you see people play it really effectively. There's just
Yeah.
something so satisfying about getting those headshots with the shotguns, even though it's not that difficult to do it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole copy pasta dedicated to that Reaper guy. So, I mean, he's always fun to see. And Zebra, oh, able to get Xenia there before they get that hack onto them right now. But again, it all comes down to how Zebra can play and finding Suarez out fast. And now they're trying to get rid of Trevismo as well. That's about 2 health there, and they're able to fall back in and regroup here. But Persimo will fall as well. So you're looking at about a 25-second regroup right now.
Yeah, that was just a really big ante from Otters. Otters is an unsung hero right now as well. Otters has just been doing absolute wonders on this Ana.
I mean, you can say the same thing for Kai. I mean, they've been great all night on whatever support they were playing. I mean, they have made so many life or death reses that, yeah, they end up dying, but they immediately res someone who gets a couple kills and keeps the fight alive for them right now. So the support line for Bonzi has done great right now, but Ookla almost going to go into overtime right now. Suguru will find Xenia, who does go over to the Echo here in a last-ditch effort as well, but now Time Bank is going down. Zebra will find Suarez. Down go Trevismo as well. It's really just up to this Winston or Prestimo, but they're on that high ground and gonna fall to grip. Only 32 meters there for Ookla. This is gonna be a very uphill battle for them here, as Bonzi has a minute 49.
Yeah, that was a really nice first point hold, and it all started with a nice ante onto the Ana for the side of Ookla. And I mean, that was going to be the only ult you really were going to have available to you was the nano boost of Suarez. In a minute, you're probably not going to build up anything else that fast.
And it's going to be really interesting to see what they come out here with, because you need to have a comp that has a lot of survivability. And Ookla, I mean, they have shown us in Orisa tonight, but it really does look like that we're going to be seeing that dive comp again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we see the Cassidy or maybe the Sojourn. Something like that, but if we do decide to go this route, makes total sense as well. Prestismo going on to the Diva for the first time tonight.
Yeah, first time we've seen Diva. I mean, I don't hate the pick, but I mean, Bonzi buddies with the spawn advantage that they're gonna have will be able to, you know, they can let 10 seconds go to regroup, make some swaps here, and try to counter this Diva as fast as they can. Ook has to have a lot of confidence in this comp right now that they can survive the minute 49.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to go too far. Again, it's still basically one fight territory. If Suguru just gets one crazy kill with sticky bombs, that'll pretty much do it.
And you did see them go up there, so they do know everyone that Ookla is playing right now. Zebra, though, going to try to probably focus in on that backline, but Otters able to find Paco out early is not the start. Ookla won there. Zebra, though, dives on that high ground, gets antied, gets slept, gets woken back up, and immediately falls right back down to get healed up 12 meters away now. Is Ookla even going to touch the cart right now? They're sending someone there. It's probably Prestimo, as they do find Kai, but at the moment, that's all they really have going their way.
Yeah, and Prestismo, hold on, Prestismo.
Oh. They get demeched right there. That's not what you want to see. If you're Prestimo, you have to poke out, try to get some damage there. Oh, nice sticks there by Xenia as they find Otters. That will force Bonzi here to fall back a little bit, and this does give Prestimo some time to build up that ult.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot closer than you would have expected here coming into this early fight. Zebra is gonna get close to this meteor strike though.
Zebra's gonna get close, but Prestimo gonna be able to get back in the mech. However, the cart's so close to reaching that point. Suguru does find Xenia. Xenia does find Grip right now, but that Echo for Ookla does need to get back to this fight as fast as they can. Suarez does have the nano ready to go. Oh, I so thought they were going to give it to Trevismo, but they give it to Prestimo instead. Suarez falls. No healing left on the board right now for Ookla. They need to get this bomb up fast. They're not going to be able to. Now they just need to hope that they find a kill. They're not going to be able to. And it's a Bonzi sweep here to end week 1 for CGL play.
Yeah, and Ookla was just so close every single map, but just barely could not ease their way over Bonzi buddies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, week 1 of a 4-week stage here before we enter the first stage playoffs, Ookla has a lot that they can look back on from this map, in my opinion. I mean, you look at Busan, you can easily say, they need to make some swaps on that third point to try to counter the pharmacy combo. We saw that happen on Eichenwald. They made some swaps, counter the pharmacy combo. It worked really well for them, but just a couple individual plays and just the time bank that Bonzi buddies had on their attack, probably would have beaten them if we had seen an overtime. And here on Dorado, very close both sides, but again, just Bonzi buddies able to have, with that time bank difference, really the edge here in the third and final map of the night.
Well, yeah, and you have to think, what is it, like 2 weeks? Or is it next week? Week 3, I think. Week 3 or 4, we're going to have Alari available. And so once that happens, stuff could change up drastically. Like maybe Ookla has a player that's just crazy on the Alari, and that just changes everything up.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, I mean, Bonzi Buddy is able to get this win right now, and it's a very good looking win. A sweep, even though it was a very close sweep. We have to remind everyone of this. The scoreline, even though it says 3-0, I mean, first point went all 3 points on Busan. We almost went to an overtime on Eichenwald, and we did go to overtime on Dorado. So,
Yep.
1 or 2 things go Ookla's way, we might be looking at Ookla sweeping here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's just a play here, a play there, and Bonzi was just able to hold on just barely. But who are you feeling for the MVP of this match for Bonzi buddies?
I mean, I feel like the easy answer is to say someone like Suguru or Zebra, but honestly, we talked about them a little bit in that second round of overtime there. I feel like it is the support line. I don't think there's one person we can really look at for Bonzi buddies. I feel like it's that support line. They're doing so much. Kai, I talked about them. They were able to get so many reses off, to get so many people back into fights, that it really ended up helping them out. And, I feel bad that I'm forgetting the other support's name.
Otters.
Otters on the honor there, found that opening pick that really kind of got that fight going there in that last round of overtime. And it was a very rushed thing to get Bonzi, or to get Ookla members back, that kind of hurt them in the end.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Like you said, Otter. I would say Otters if I had to give it to absolutely one person. I would say that.
Yeah, Otters did perform very well throughout the entire series. So, Otters does deserve the MVP of the match here tonight. But again, everyone that played here for Bonzi looked great. Suguru looked incredible. Zebra looked good. And now I'm forgetting the other DPS name.
Grip.
Yeah, Grip. Reaper did really good. They did kind of short-arm some pulse bombs there on their attack phase, but in the end, it didn't necessarily matter, as they played well throughout the entire night. However, Ookla, I mean, they had a lot of great performances as well, and like I said already, a lot of stuff that they can look back on and improve going into week 2.
Yeah, look forward to seeing what they can do for sure.
Yep. All right, but that will do it for us here tonight. There's a lot more week 2 action to come in the coming days here, so make sure you follow CGL here on Twitch as well as on Twitter, and join our Discord, so you can be pinged whenever we go live. That was Shadowfang. I want to give a quick shout out to Headrammer, who produced and observed for this game. They did a great job tonight. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. And as always, Godspeed and good night, y'all.